Hello, welcome back. We are in our read-through of the 1800s King James Pictorial Bible. Happy Independence Day to all of my American viewers. Please have a lovely, safe celebration. And yeah, it's a great day to be an American. God bless. We are deep into our sermon from Moses to his people. He is recounting the law to them again here in Deuteronomy. So please grab a Bible, read along with me. Let's dive into our next chapter, which is chapter 24. Let's get to it. When a man hath taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he hath found some uncleanness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement, and give it in her hand, and send her out of his house. And when she is departed out of his house, she may go and be another man's wife. And if the latter husband hate her, and write her a bill of divorcement, and giveth it to her hand, and sendeth her out of his house, or if the latter husband die, which took her to be his wife, her former husband, which sent her away, may not take her again to be his wife. After that she is defiled, for that is abomination before the Lord, and thou shalt not cause the land to sin, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance. When a man hath taken a new wife, he shall not go out to war, neither shall he be charged with any business, but he shall be free at home 1 year, and shall cheer up his wife which he hath taken. No man shall take the nether or the upper millstone to pledge, for he taketh a man's life to pledge. If a man be found stealing any of his brethren of the children of Israel, and maketh merchandise of him, or selleth him, then that thief shall die, and thou shalt put evil away from among you. Take heed in the plague of leprosy that thou observest diligently, and do according to all that the priests and the Levites shall teach you, as I commanded them, so ye shall observe to do. Remember that the Lord thy God did unto Miriam by the way, after that ye were come forth out of Egypt. When thou dost lend thy brother anything, thou shalt not go into his house to fetch his pledge. Thou shalt stand abroad, and the man to whom thou dost lend shall bring out the pledge abroad unto thee. And if the man be poor, thou shalt not sleep with his pledge. In any case thou shalt deliver him the pledge again when the sun goeth down, that he may sleep with his own raiment, and bless thee. And it shall be righteousness unto thee before the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not oppress an hired servant that is poor and needy, whether he be of thy brethren or of the strangers that are in thy land within thy gates. At his day thou shalt give him his hire, neither shall the sun go down upon it, for he is poor, and setteth his heart upon it, lest he cry against thee unto the Lord, and it is sin unto thee. The fathers shall not be put to death for the children, neither shall the children be put to death for the fathers. Every man shall be put to death for his own sin. Thou shalt not pervert the judgment of the stranger, nor of the fatherless, nor take a widow's raiment to pledge. But thou shalt remember that thou wast a bondman in Egypt, and the Lord thy God redeemed thee thence. Therefore I command thee to do this thing. When thou cuttest down the vine, harvest in thy field, and hast forgot a sheaf in the field, thou shalt not go again and fetch it. It shall be there for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow, that the Lord thy God may bless thee in all the work of thine hands. When thou beatest thine olive tree, thou shalt not go over the boughs again. It shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow. When thou gatherest the grapes of thy vineyard, thou shalt not glean it afterward. It shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow. And thou shalt remember that thou wast a bondman in the land of Egypt. Therefore I command thee to do this thing. So, we have God really looking out for the little guy in this passage. And what a great chapter to land on the 4th of July, randomly. God put provision into the law for people to take care of their neighbors, for people to look out for those around them who are less enabled than them, who are not as well off, for the fatherless, for the widow, for the stranger. And I think that obviously in all ways we are not under the law anymore, but if it's morally right, if it's something that is a part of the greatest commandment, which is, love the Lord your God, and then love your neighbor as yourself, which are the things Jesus said to do, I think that really falls pretty well here. I think it's a beautiful thing. I think we see it bear out in Scripture later in a really great story about this lady named Ruth, who is in the line of Jesus. And it's a really beautiful story of someone who is poor and needy being allowed to go into the field and pick up the leftovers so that she has something to eat. If God has blessed you, you should share it. Plain and simple. I hope that you feel that urge to do that today. And I hope that it looks however it needs to look for you. I think it's unique. Obviously, I don't have a vineyard. I don't have an olive grove. There's nothing that's specifically in these words that I could actually do. But I do have time. I do have monetary resources. What can I pass on to someone who I know is going through a hard time? These are the thoughts. These are the things that you can be thinking about. And maybe think about them today on 4th of July while you're celebrating. Is there somebody who, you want to invite to celebrate with you who maybe wouldn't have somewhere to go to celebrate or doesn't have as much money and you do? I don't know. Always good to be generous because God was so generous to us. But all that said, that's our reading for today. Lord willing, we'll be back tomorrow to read the next chapter. But in the meantime, I pray that you have a blessed, safe 4th of July. Keep all your fingies. Make good choices. And may the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you and give you peace.